In 2013, the biggest DJ in the world was arguably this guy. And in the same year at Ultra Music Festival, he was booed on stage. Now, why would the biggest DJ in the world get booed at one of the biggest music festivals in the world? Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened on that day and what every musician slash DJ slash producer and pretty much everybody can learn from the legend. So 2013 was a very special year for Ultra Music Festival. The Swedish House Mafia were retiring and they were headlining the entire event, which was held over 2 weekends. And at the time, electronic music was just the biggest thing in the world, and Avicii was said to be debuting this new sound that he had been working on. Now, you need to remember that in 2013, the biggest EDM tracks were these overly ecstatic sounds that depended heavily on digital synthesizers. And at the time, the biggest DJs in the world were Swedish House Mafia, Alesso, Martin Garrix, whose sound was mainly electronic, and Avicii himself was known for levels. So when Avicii came out on stage to play his set, you can imagine how excited the crowd was, and he started playing, and then in the middle of his set, a band came over to join him. And I'm not talking about a rock band. These were people with acoustic guitars and they didn't look like they belonged on an Ultra stage. And then they started playing these songs that at the time no one was really familiar with. It was like EDM fused with folk rock, fused with indie and pop in the mix, and as a result, the crowd started booing them. It was very obvious that the people were not happy with what was happening, and it was just chaos. People were walking away from the stage, and Avicii continued to play, but you can imagine just how he felt. Now, most people faced with this would crumble and play it safe and try to recreate another levels, but not Avicii. He believed in himself and he trusted his gut, and he ignored all the haters. And he eventually put out the song that he performed on that day, and the name of the song was Wake Me Up. When it came out, it shot to #1 in over 25 countries. 6 times platinum in the States, 5 times platinum in the UK, and over 15 times platinum in Australia. It has almost 2 billion streams on Spotify and remains as his biggest hit of all time. But when it came out, people booed him. Now here's what we can learn from him. Good music is good music. Whatever's trending right now was an idea of somebody that was thinking different at the time. Somebody who was like Avicii, who did something different and strongly believed in it. Now, if you want to hop on these trends and make a buck or two, great, but you need to understand that in order to make something that's worth remembering, then you need to make the music that you want to hear and not follow what everybody else is doing. Now, I am not saying that simply because your music sounds different, then you're destined for great things. That's not how life works. But what I'm saying is, if you're willing to do something different and you know that it's good and you're willing to stand firm even after being booed, then you are 5-6 steps ahead of everybody else that's just trying to play it safe and following what everybody else is doing. Hopefully you got some value from this video, and if you did, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.